Let's talk about meiosis, the types of meiosis, and compare it with mitosis. So meiosis, also known as gametogenesis, gamete meaning the gametes, O joins words in biology, genesis meaning forming. So we are forming gametes. The first type is spermatogenesis, creating sperm, and in females it is called oogenesis or oogenesis. The spermatogenesis located in the testes. Oogenesis actually occurs in two places. Meiosis 1 occurs in the ovaries and meiosis 2 in the fallopian tubes if that egg is fertilized. For both, we start out with a 2N cell. Through meiosis 1, it divides into 2 haploid cells, and then for males, it divides once more, forming 4 equal sperm. In females, we start out with 2N cell, which divides unequally to produce 1 big cell and a very small cell, and then those divide once more, forming 1 egg and 3 polar bodies. So these polar bodies will die and are reabsorbed by the body. The egg or ovum gets most of the cytoplasm. The reason it does is because it has to nourish the developing cells for about 5 days as it travels down the fallopian tube. Also, offspring get all of their organelles from their moms. So the mitochondria, the Golgi apparatus, the endoplasmic reticulum all come from mom because all that dad contributes is 23 chromosomes. So meiosis, there are 2 types, spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Spermatogenesis produce sperm, which are 1N. Oogenesis produce eggs or an ovum, which is also 1N. Through fertilization, these come together, forming a zygote. So 1 cell, it is 2N. And then the zygote eventually forms into an embryo, fetus, and child through the process of mitosis, which means it keeps the ploidy. And so embryo, fetus, and child are also 2N. Just for interest, males make approximately 10 to the 9 sperm cells every day. Females, however, are born with approximately 400,000 egg cells. 15 to 20 start to mature every month, and another 1,000 die each month. Let's compare mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis is in somatic cells, so those, remember, are body cells. Meiosis happens only in the gonads. Mitosis is for growth, repair, or maintenance. Meiosis is to make gametes. Mitosis produces identical daughter cells, whereas meiosis produces cells with variations. In mitosis, we start out with a 2N cell and end up with more 2N cells. They stay diploid. In meiosis, we start out with a 2N cell and end up with 1N cells or haploid cells. In mitosis, 2 cells are produced. In meiosis, it is 4 cells. In mitosis, there is 1 division. In meiosis, there are 2 divisions. In meiosis, there's also synapsis, when the homologous chromosomes join, forming a tetrad. And while it is joined together in prophase 1, it may also cross over. Okay, so similarities between the two, they both have an interphase before them. Then they go through prophase and metaphase, anaphase, when segregation occurs, then through telophase and cytokinesis. So remember that everywhere in the body, mitosis is happening, cells are dividing. Only in the testes and ovaries does meiosis happen. Let's compare metaphase of mitosis, metaphase 1 and metaphase 2 for a cell with 2N equals 6. So in metaphase of mitosis, remember the purpose is to divide the chromosomes equally. So we're going to line them in the center, one above the other, so we get half of each and every chromosome. Metaphase 1 is the first part of meiosis, and we want to divide the chromosome number into 2. So first we need to pair them. So we have 3 tetrads lined along the equatorial plate or metaphase plate. So that's the only time we see tetrads, prophase 1 and metaphase 1. Metaphase 2 is the only time we see haploid cell. So we have 1 of each chromosome because this is about to become a gamete.